Football fans, we are witnessing history unfold before our eyes. The Saudi Pro League is making a bold statement in world football, throwing astronomical sums of money at some of the biggest stars in the game. But the real question is, can it truly rival the Premier League, the world's most dominant football competition? Is this just a short-term spending spree, or are we witnessing the birth of a new football superpower? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the Saudi Pro League's rapid rise, its impact on global football, and whether it can seriously challenge Europe's footballing dominance. The Saudi football revolution, how did it start? The Saudi Pro League has been around for decades, but its transformation began in 2021, when Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, PIF, took over Newcastle United in the Premier League. That was just the beginning. The real game changer came in 2023, when the PIF took control of Saudi Arabia's four biggest clubs, Al Nassr, Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, and Al Ahly. What followed was one of the most aggressive recruitment drives in football history, offering players salaries that dwarfed even what they earned in Europe. From Cristiano Ronaldo's groundbreaking move, to Al Nassr, to Neymar, Benzema, and Kanté following suit, the Saudi Pro League went from an obscure league to global headlines overnight. Big-name transfers, how the Saudi League shook up the market. Let's talk about the star-studded arrivals. The Saudi Pro League didn't just target aging stars, they went after prime talent, shaking up the footballing landscape. Cristiano Ronaldo, the signing that started it all. When CR7 joined Al Nassr in early 2023, the world took notice. Karim Benzema, the 2022 Ballon d'Or winner, shocked the world by leaving Real Madrid for Al Ittihad. Neymar Al Hilal splashed over 90 million euros to sign the Brazilian superstar. Sadio Mane, N'Golo Kanté, Riyad Mahrez, Jordan Henderson, Ruben Neves, the list keeps growing. The money on offer? Mind-blowing. Some players are earning 200 million euros per year, a sum even the Premier League cannot match. But will spending alone make the Saudi Pro League a true rival to Europe's best? Money talks. The Saudi financial model versus the Premier League. The Premier League dominates world football because of its massive global TV deals, sponsorships, and competitive structure. It took decades to build, but Saudi Arabia isn't playing the long game. They're fast-tracking success with state-backed investment. The difference? Financial sustainability. The Premier League's growth comes from commercial revenue and broadcasting rights worth billions. The Saudi Pro League is state-funded, meaning money is not an issue for now. But will this model last? Football history has shown that throwing money at a league doesn't always work. China's Super League tried the same approach in the 2010s, signing top stars but collapsed because the spending wasn't backed by a solid financial structure. Can the Saudi Pro League avoid the same fate? Will fans and TV audiences follow? Money can buy stars, but can it buy fans? The Premier League's global success comes from passionate rivalries, historic clubs, and legendary moments. It took decades to build an audience worldwide. Saudi Arabia is investing in broadcasting deals. But will people really tune in to watch Al Nassr versus Al Ittihad over a Premier League classic like Liverpool versus Manchester United? So far, the interest is growing, but not at the level of Europe's top leagues. Without organic rivalries and a historic fan base, the Saudi League still has a long way to go. Impact on European football. A new power shift? European clubs are feeling the heat. The Saudi League's spending spree is making waves, and for the first time, even top European clubs can't compete financially. The Premier League still attracts the best young talents, but will they resist the lure of Saudi money? Mid-table Premier League clubs are losing players to Saudi teams, something unheard of before. The transfer market dynamics have changed. European clubs now fear losing players to Saudi Arabia rather than just other European giants. Could we be witnessing a new footballing power shift? What's next? Can the Saudi Pro League truly compete? The Saudi Pro League has the money, ambition, and vision, but can it truly challenge the Premier League? For now, it lacks history, a passionate worldwide fan base, and competitive balance. However, this is just the beginning. If Saudi Arabia builds a strong football culture, improves domestic talent, and secures long-term broadcasting deals, it could become a true force in global football. The Saudi government's vision: football as a soft power tool. The Saudi Pro League isn't just about football, it's part of Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia's ambitious plan to diversify its economy and boost its global influence. The goal: to position the country as a sports and entertainment hub. By attracting football's biggest names, Saudi Arabia is improving its global image, drawing tourism, and strengthening diplomatic ties. The Public Investment Fund, PIF, isn't just investing in football, it's buying influence. By owning Newcastle United, forming partnerships with FIFA, and hosting events like the 2023 Club World Cup, Saudi Arabia is becoming a key player in world football. But will these investments translate into long-term footballing success, or are they just a political strategy? The infrastructure overhaul: can Saudi Arabia build a football culture? Big name signings are one thing, but can Saudi Arabia build a football ecosystem that nurtures homegrown talent? Unlike the Premier League, La Liga, or Bundesliga, the Saudi Pro League doesn't have a deep-rooted youth development system yet. To truly compete, they need state-of-the-art academies to develop future Saudi superstars, competitive domestic leagues to keep players sharp, better grassroots programs to get kids playing from a young age. Without these foundations, the league will rely on expensive foreign stars, which isn't sustainable. Some of the world's best players might be moving to Saudi Arabia now, but if young talents don't emerge, will the league survive long-term? The Saudi League versus other failed super leagues. Football history is full of big money leagues that tried to challenge Europe but failed. China's Super League, CSL, signed top players like Oscar and Hulk, but collapsed when government funding was cut. Major League Soccer, MLS in the US, remains stable, but has never truly rivaled European leagues. Qatar and UAE have also invested in football, but remain regional leagues. So, what makes Saudi Arabia different? Unlimited state backing. Unlike China or Qatar, Saudi Arabia is willing to spend for decades to make this work. But will that be enough? The player's perspective. Why are stars moving to Saudi Arabia? Many critics argue that players moving to Saudi Arabia are just chasing money. But is it that simple? Some, like Cristiano Ronaldo, claim they're growing football in the region. Others, like Karim Benzema and N'Golo Kante, are at the end of their careers and securing massive paydays. Younger stars like Ruben Neves, 26, and Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, 28, raised eyebrows by moving in their prime. This raises a key question. Will top young talents follow, or will Saudi Arabia remain a retirement league? If players like Vinicius Jr. or Jude Bellingham ever move to Saudi Arabia, that's when we'll know the league is a true rival to Europe. Can the Saudi Pro League compete in the Champions League? One major roadblock to Saudi football's growth is continental competition. While European clubs battle in the prestigious UEFA Champions League, Saudi teams are stuck in the less popular AFC Champions League. Unless Saudi clubs start competing against Europe's best on a global stage, the league will struggle to gain worldwide respect. A potential solution? A Club World Cup with Europe's top teams every year. FIFA is already expanding the tournament, and Saudi Arabia is pushing to host it. Could we one day see an Al Hilal versus Real Madrid final? If that happens, the Saudi Pro League's credibility will skyrocket. Fan engagement. Will global audiences tune in? Football is more than just the players. It's about fans, rivalries, and emotion. The Premier League's success comes from iconic clubs with over a century of history. Fierce rivalries like El Clasico, Manchester Derby, and Milan Derby. Packed stadiums with electrifying atmospheres. Saudi Arabia is still building its fan culture. While local support is strong, will international fans ever feel as emotionally connected to Al Nassr versus Al Hilal as they do to Liverpool versus Arsenal? The global TV audience is the ultimate test. If Saudi games start attracting millions of viewers, the league will be taken more seriously. Conclusion: will the Saudi Pro League take over? Right now, the Saudi Pro League is a force to be reckoned with, but it's not yet a true competitor to the Premier League. The spending is massive, The ambition is undeniable. But football is more than just money. It's about history, passion, and long-term sustainability. Will it overtake the Premier League? Not anytime soon. But it's certainly shaking up the football world in ways we've never seen before. What do you think? Is the Saudi Pro League a new football powerhouse or just another temporary football project? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more football insights.